So this entire passage is a narrative that talks about predominantly two things: literature and freedom. How both are interconnected. Literature needs freedom, freedom needs literature, and vice versa. Both are absolutely interconnected. And the author deeply talks about the reasons for the same, the interdependence of literature and freedom. Now, keeping that in mind, let's have a look at question number 1. What was the effect of imprisonment on the author's later in her career? Very easy question. All of them are true if you remember it correctly. If you don't, I'll show you the lines. After she was released after 5.5 years, most editors did not dare to publish her work. One, she couldn't get a permission for a media license, and then censorship board's heavy pressure. Neither did any publishers want me to edit their publications. All of these happened, right? So the author couldn't get a media license. The editors were wary of publishing her work, and the author was not invited to edit any of the publications by the publishers because of the pressure of the censorship board. So all of them are true. A factual question. The author was imprisoned for 20 years. She was sentenced to a 20-year imprisonment but was released after a 5.5 year period. So she was imprisoned for 5.5 years as per the passage. The line is right here. I was released after 5.5 years. She was sentenced to a 20-year imprisonment for 4 alleged crimes. So that's what makes option A our correct answer. This is not true as per the passage. Which of the following is an incorrect inference from the passage? Burma has stringent censorship laws in literature. We saw that happening with the author here. The author is against the censorship of literature in Burma. Yes, because she suffered a lot because of it. Censorship and the ensuing dubious attitude of the publishers are seen by the author as deprivation of freedom. Yes, because she wanted to be a journalist, wanted to report and write, and she was unable to do that. So even this is correct. Now B is incorrect. Let me explain how. Burmese literature censorship limits even the freedom of creativity. It doesn't limit the freedom of creativity in writings. You're just not allowed to publish it. I'll show you how is that not a correct inference. So, writers do not need to get permission from the censorship board in order to be creative. They can be creative. They can remain free in their own creative and imaginative power under a period of heavy censorship. They have the liberty for creativity. Okay, so option B is an incorrect inference where the censorship board limits the freedom of creativity. They don't do that. Okay, thus B is going to be a correct answer. Which of the following can be the most appropriate title of the passage? What is the title? It's the main theme of the passage. Let's reiterate, as I discussed in the beginning of the passage, let's reiterate what the main theme of the passage is about. The entire passage focuses on two keywords: literature and freedom. How both are interconnected. If you are working on literature, you need freedom. If you want freedom, you need to work on literature. Both are interconnected. Which option talks about that? C. Literature needs freedom and freedom needs literature. Across the passage, the author gives us reasons of why this needs this and this needs this as well. And that's why C is our correct answer. Everything else is only a premise or a subset of our broader option C. The meaning of the word scrutiny as used in the passage. Scrutiny means to get into the details, examine, do the analysis of something. Let's see if that's how it is used in the passage. The press scrutiny board has the power to refuse any works by particular writer's publication anywhere and by any means. That means this board examines what can be published and what cannot be. So, scrutiny does not mean enhancement or security or reliability. It means perusal. Perusal also is an exact synonym to scrutiny, which means examination or getting into the details and analyzing things. Thus, A is the correct answer.